Alright, so this is what I decided to do. I said I was going to talk about possibly going here or here, but these shops were constantly closing, so they're getting annoyance, and I'm going to do a type of dueling coaster in this region. So what this ride is that I've already done is I posted it on the Steam Workshop already. This is the Riddler's Revenge from Six Flags Magic Mountain in California. This ride is always, I don't know, I've always liked it. So I figured I would recreate it, and it will be a cool, since this is like, the center is trying to be like Six Flags in a way. They always have the DC themed rides. So I'm going to do a Riddler's Revenge here, which is already done, obviously. And then here is going to be a Batman ride. I'm thinking a floorless coaster that'll follow the same track up. In this game, you can't actually put these things next to each other and synchronize the launch. So it'll just be separate, but it'll have a nice contrast. So it'll be a Batman ride, probably the station like this, and the chain hill up. And it'll be a cool, probably make a cool, like central plaza right here, where there's a Batman or a Riddler's cool building, and then a Batman cool building, and then I was thinking about doing something here, like a third one, like maybe a launched ride that comes around, and that's like a Superman, or maybe save it for a different area, because I'll probably do like another type of ride, but maybe a thrill ride of some type right there. But yeah, so I'll have a Batman ride that's black and gray, little throw in some yellow. It'll come off, probably drop a little before that, because the Riddler's Revenge has a pretty high drop. It's like 156 feet. It is 156 feet. But, yeah, so it'll probably drop a little, maybe the same. I don't know. But, yeah, I'll have the Batman. It'll kind of interact a little bit, mainly in this area. I probably won't bring it into here, just because I want to keep it looking like a realistic park. And I don't want it to get too tangled up, or else it'll just start looking too abstract. But yeah, just wanted to update you, and you'll see the Batman ride will be completed next. I'm not actually showing the footage of doing the ride, just because it's this one, since I recreated this ride, it took me a while to do it, and that's just boring to sit through. But anyways, yeah, I'll be back in a minute. Alright, so here is what I've done next. The last thing I did that I told you was the Riddler's Revenge right here. And right next to it is the Dark Knight, I think I call it? Yeah. Dark Knight. It is a, I wanted two rides that would go in, like kind of dueling coasters, but they don't have that option. So I just made two separate tracks that go up the same lift hill, and they interact with each other in the ride itself. And this isn't seen very often in real parks, so to make it as realistic as I can, because a lot of the Batman rides are not the inverted coasters, but the coasters where you hang underneath the ride. Let me see what they're called real quick. Oh, it is the inverted coaster. Okay, yeah, so most of the Batman rides in real life are the inverted coaster, but I decided to go with the floorless coaster because they are made by the same maker as the stand-up coaster, which is B&M. So I guess I figured that would be slightly more realistic, that company they would be able to design both these coasters together, and in essence, I mean, I guess you could have a ride like this in a park, but it still has it still has a pretty realistic look to it. And I followed the Riddler's Revenge. I mean, it's a copy of a real ride. And the Dark Knight it's a combination of a couple rides that I looked at. It's the Medusa, blanking on the other names, but it's a combination of a couple other floorless coasters. So the design aspect of the ride is still pretty natural and pretty authentic. So Yeah. And next thing I'm going to be working on is the scenery for this. So there's going to be the Dark Knight, the Riddlers. I'm thinking of making him kind of like an industrial, kind of dark, Gotham City kind of feel. Come up with something. This path is just temporary while I get people in here riding. So that'll be redone nicer. I'm thinking about this. Oh, the Ferris wheel or the carousel will be gone also. But this might be in here. Some kind of thrill ride is going to be in here. I just don't want it to detract from that view. And I mean, that one looks pretty good, but if I put that in there, I'm going to have to give up some of the buildings because there's not much room. Now that I'm looking back, I kind of wish I gave a little bit more room so I could do a little bit more scenery, but it's still going to be pretty cool. There's going to be a whole facade of like a Gotham Knight industrial complex. So this whole thing is pretty cool, and I'm looking forward to getting it going. But I'm going to end this video off with some POVs of each of the rides and then just some cinematic shots. And then the next video will be most likely the theming of this area and putting in whatever's going to go in this area, which is probably going to be some kind of ride like this. Alright.
Mushroom says they're good. Mushroom says they're good. Some are what?